Hello. Today we are looking at the Babylonian conquest of Israel. The Babylonian conquest of Israel uh, during the time of King Zedekiah of Israel. He broke a covenant or agreement that he had with Emperor Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. You can find some of the story towards the end of uh, you can find some of the story in Ezekiel 17 when Ezekiel accused the king of Judah of breaking the covenant that he had with King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon and went into an alliance with Egypt, thinking that Egypt can defend him from the Babylonian invasion. Also, the prophet Jeremiah also warned the king on several times. He warned the king even from the time of King Jehoiakim. He was warning the king about the impending doom, but his written manuscripts, which were submitted through his servant Baruch, were burnt in the fire by King Jehoiakim. But during the time of King Zedekiah, he broke the alliance he had with Babylon, thinking that Pharaoh of Egypt could save him. And Prophet Jeremiah warned of the impending doom and disaster. So after Zedekiah did this, truly the Egyptians came to rescue the Israelites. So the Babylonians who were laying siege on Israel, they, 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 they went back. They went back from the siege and then to engage the Egyptians. So it was a kind of it gave them some relief for a while. But the prophet Jeremiah told them that even if the Egyptians killed the Babylonians, that the Babylonians will rise up again to come and destroy the kingdom of Judah. But all these warnings, the king of Babylon and his nobles, the courtiers, the court officials, they did not take heed to this warning of Jeremiah from the Lord. You remember the story of Hananiah, the false prophet, who was saying that the yoke of Babylon will be broken, and he died based on the prophecy of Jeremiah to prove that Jeremiah was speaking from the Lord. In 586 BC, that was the first abomination of desolation. The, the walls of Jerusalem were breached by the Babylonian forces, and the enemy broke through into the capital. The temple was razed. It was burnt with fire. The temple was looted. Unlike when it was looted only during the Egyptian invasion, in this time around, the temple was destroyed. This is what scholars called the first abomination of desolation. The first abomination of desolation. The temple was destroyed completely in 586 BC, and Israel lost its independence. The people were taken as exiles to different parts of the Babylonian Empire, and various foreigners were brought in to replace them. This is the part of the origin of the present problem that Israel is facing today in terms of its problem with the Palestinians, the Palestinian Arabs, because they are descendants of all these invaders. And Judah, or Israel and Judah that began by God ruling them by a prophet. The perfect will of God is to rule them by a prophet. When they rejected Prophet Samuel, then God started to anoint kings, kings for them. That was how God anointed Saul and David. After a while, they now began to install kings by themselves. And at the end, foreign powers, Egypt and Babylon, began to install kings for them. This is where we're stopping for today. Thank you for watching.